What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So I just got Cold War yesterday, and yes, I know I'm a little late, but I had to wait for it and I didn't mind that. So I got the game and I waited for the long ass install. It took a couple hours. It finished at about 4 a.m. So I did what any person would do. I came downstairs when it was finished installing, and I had played it when it was ready to play during its install a bit earlier, and I had played the beta when that was out, and I loved the beta. The beta was fun. Now, there were issues with it, but me personally, I didn't encounter a lot of issues. So the full game released on November 13th, and as I said, I had to wait for it. And when it came out, I was hearing a lot of mixed things. Some people said the game was bad, some people said the game was good, and a lot of the complaints had to do with skill-based matchmaking. And if you've played Cold War, you know how bad the skill-based matchmaking is. Now, this video isn't going to be just about the skill-based matchmaking. I just kind of want to talk about issues that I've encountered with the game, because believe me, there are a lot. My first issue comes with the campaign. Now, the campaign, I have no problem with it. I haven't beat it yet, but I love the campaign. From what I've played of it so far, it's really fun. Now, I'm playing it on realism, so it adds a bit of challenge to it. I beat Modern Warfare 2019 on realism, so I kind of want to do the same thing for Cold War. Now, first of all, there are some things I find a little off about Cold War's realism mode. From what I remember from Modern Warfare 2019, it turned off your HUD completely when you played on realism. You couldn't see how much ammo you had, you couldn't see any of that. Cold War, though, there isn't really much of a difference between realism and veteran, because realism, I think all it does is just make you just die faster when getting shot at. But to be honest, I can't really tell the difference between realism and veteran. There's a reason realism is supposed to be called realism. You have no HUD and you die faster. That's it. So far, that's my only complaint about realism. Now, I have other issues with the campaign, though. There's a part where you have to hook this cargo onto a helicopter. So you hand Woods the hook, he hooks it on, and you stay on that cargo until it gets lifted up. But the only issue is you're being shot at from multiple directions. So you have to take cover behind these 4 points at the end of each corner of the cargo. And it seems simple, right? No, of course it's not that simple. First of all, this was a pain in the ass to do on realism, because and you couldn't focus on one direct spot because you were being shot at from every direction. So that made it really difficult to even do anything in the first place. I mean, I could not, I swear to God, this was going to be the part that I was just going to quit the campaign because of how much it pissed me off. Now, thankfully, I did get past it. But it wasn't that simple for me, because every once in a while, maybe every 1 to 2 times I died. So, the first 2 times it'd be good. I died that second try, and then next thing you know, I'm flying all around the cargo. Now, it was a little weird. It was like I was rubber banding, but I wasn't. But the game just didn't know what the fuck to do. It thought that I was on the cargo, but I wasn't. It was just throwing me all over the place. When I was off of the cargo, I was floating in the air, shooting at the enemies, but the game still thought I was behind cover on that cargo, so my bullets were doing no damage to the enemies. That really pissed me off, and it made it so hard to complete the mission because of that. And that was the last part of the mission as well. Now, that's the only issue I had with the campaign. Let's get on to more general issues. Crashing. Now, I've heard multiple reports of it crashing on Series X and the PS5, and PC I haven't heard anything about, but I don't know if this is a widespread issue or it's just my PC being ass. Sometimes I'll be playing multiplayer or the campaign just fine. The game will be running nice and smooth. I'll have no issues. But for whatever reason, just out of nowhere, the game will freeze up, and this is, this isn't very common. It happens very rarely, and by rarely I mean it never really happens, but it happens. So sometimes the game will freeze, sometimes the game will just flat out crash, and it'll give me an error, and it'll say contact Activision-Blizzard if this keeps happening. So I don't know if this is a widespread issue, or like I said, it's just my PC being ass. If it is, please let me know in the comments down below if you've dealt with this crash before. It's just a fatal error that I get all the time, and then I can just start up the game again, and everything will be fine. But it's just a minor complaint that I have about the game. I can still play the game fine, so it doesn't really bother me much, but when it does happen, it's really, really annoying. Next, I want to talk about multiplayer. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about skill-based matchmaking much, so I'll try and keep this brief. The skill-based matchmaking is ass. So, in conclusion, that's about all of my complaints about Cold War. I might make a part 2 to this if I find any more issues, but anyways, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.